myself. You know, a lot of the time we think back on, oh, I wish I could have done this better, or, I regret this, or I'm so remorseful over this, and that's fine, okay? Honor those feelings and then move on. Because you are spending your day that you have the opportunity to do something else on a day you cannot do anything about anymore. That makes very little sense to me. Very little sense, okay? I realized that super early because I used to see my mom do that a lot too. And you're going to hear me talk about my mom a lot because I was definitely raised by my mother, single parent home. And I love her to death. And honestly, you know, she's Caribbean. We, we're a little bit more conservative church-wise growing up. So there were a lot of things that I observed about her because, that was really all I had to observe, her and my siblings, being the last of 6. And really the last of 6 means that only a few were really still in the home because everybody else was in college growing up. But just kind of observing everybody, I did realize that some of the things that my mom did was just really focus on the past a lot. And I used to wonder, like, why does she focus on the past so much? Like, there's nothing that can be done about it. Like, bringing it up does what? Like, even just like, I don't even know, like, it could be anything. And she would just bring it up regularly. And it was like, what does this, I always used to wonder, like, how does this serve me today? And like, I remember being in an argument one time and just asking her, like, why are you even bringing that up? Like, what can we do about it today? Like, let's focus on a solution. I have always been a solution-oriented human being. Since I was a kid, I feel like I've always been really self-aware as a child. And I feel like somewhere along the line, I lost self-awareness and I'm just kind of coming back to that place. And I think that happens to a lot of us, even in the term children, I'm not even gonna go there. But chilled, Ren, if you know what Ren is, has to do with energy. Anyway, the term children is very interesting, just to put it as that, because we come out as I feel like we're born just very aware, and life kind of makes us take life kind of snatches awareness from us. And not life itself, but the life that has been created for us to exist in has most of the time snatched some of that awareness away. And sometimes showing up for yourself means just getting back to that childhood awareness that you once had, knowing who you are, knowing what you deserve, knowing your worth. I'll never forget, I was like 3 years old and my parents had already been divorced, and not for very long, but my mom was taking me to see my dad, and I was 3 years old, okay? I remember this, and she will not let me forget this memory either. But she was taking me to see my dad, and I think we were taking like the bus, and he lived very far. We were like taking multiple buses, and I just remember asking her, like, why are we going to see him? Why isn't he coming to see us? And she just looked at me like shocked, like, how could you even have a thought like that at your age? But at that age, I was already aware of my worth. You know what I mean? Already aware of what I deserved, the energy that needed to come to me versus me coming to, you know what I mean? Like, I was already aware, and somewhere along the lines between maybe jealous friendships in middle school or high school or whatever, you shift, life changes, work. Everybody tries to make you feel like you shouldn't be worth what you're worth. And it's like, who the hell are you to tell me what you think I should deserve? Like, actually this week, I was posting on Twitter, my friend shared with me, I actually call him Cuzzo. He shared with me this tweet that was viral on Twitter. I was about to say TikTok, goodness. And on Twitter, it was basically this girl who had caught her DoorDash driver stealing her food from her after saying it was delivered. Like, he took the picture, put it at the door, and then picked it right back up and went on his merry way, which is wild, right? But this literally happened to me too last summer. My Uber Eats person, I was actually in quarantine, okay? I had COVID. I was sick and I barely wanted to eat. Like I barely wanted to eat. And I remember waking up, it was like 2, 3 in the morning and I was hungry. You ever just woke up hungry and you're like, dang, I can't go back to sleep like this. And I literally like ordered food, probably food I didn't need to eat, to be honest with you. It wasn't good for me. Like I told you, I'm a health nut. I definitely ordered IHOP. I do not eat IHOP, okay? Like at all, ever. But I ordered IHOP and I was just like really waiting on this food to get there. It gets there. I was using the bathroom. I remember finishing using the bathroom, seeing my phone saying the food was dropped off. I'm like, okay, goes to the door. I don't see food. So I'm checking my door cam like, let's see what happened here. Because I see a picture where homeboy dropped the food off. So unless a neighbor woke up at 3 in the morning and decided, this food looks good, I'm about to grab this, like what really went on? So I'm checking my door cam. I see where he drops it off. Then I look at the second video and I can see homeboy thinks, and mind you, this is a panoramic view. Homeboy thinks he cannot be seen. So he walks up through the side, right? And he's like looking at the camera like, I wonder if he can see me. Like you can see him like side eyeing it like, I don't know. And he picks up the food, he's reading the receipt, trying to decide like, do I want this? Like, first of all, sir, this is my food. I'm the hungry one. Why are you deciding if you want my food? Like, but he literally grabs it, walks off. And I send this to Uber and they're like, oh, we're sorry to hear that. We'll do an investigation. Here's your refund. And I'm just kind of like, wait, that's it? I tell you guys that your driver, whether contracted or not, that you guys hired, stole the food that they were supposed to deliver to me. And all you do is refund me. That's it. You don't say like, wow, we're really sorry to hear about this experience. This has happened from time to time. And we're very sorry, we can't always prevent it, but here's an additional credit. We're sorry for the inconvenience. We do look to, like show, like we value our customers. We do value you, nothing like that. And I'm just like, I've taken a few business courses. I know the customer's always right. That is literally business law, like 101. They teach you that straight off the gate when you walk into a class on business, okay? And I took my first business class in high school, okay? So I understand a lot about business that people don't really know, but it's cool because businesses really hope you don't know about business. Like any business owner, they have lawyers that deal with the laws and stuff regarding how businesses should be run. And most of them don't really know, but the lawyers will really hope that you don't know either. And at the end of the day, they really hope that you don't know what's going on. So you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't know your worth and demand more or whatever, but they know the customer is always right. Like that is 100% true. It's so much a fact that like you cannot even be a customer. Apparently, if you were to go to like Target or Walmart today to try and get free boxes, like if you're moving and you just need like some boxes that they don't need that they would have thrown out in the back or something, they won't give them to you because someone had gotten some free boxes from a Target. I want to say it was like maybe 10 years ago or something like that. And I guess the boxes had mold on it and they sued and won. Did they buy these boxes? No, but they still won the lawsuit. Like that's how much the customer is always right. And you may be like, one of these things is not like the other. But what I'm trying to say is that the law will always work in favor of the customer because the customer is always right. That's how businesses know it's supposed to be run. And a lot of businesses, the reason why some have been around for so long, for an example, Disney World, Disney Resort, whatever, they have really great customer service. Ritz-Carlton, amazing customer service. There's some places that have such great customer service and they have been around for years as a result because the only thing that sustains a business is being customer oriented. So me knowing that, I know that I deserve more. I don't care if I'm one person and it's $1 billion, $1 trillion corporation. My dollar goes a long way and so does everyone else's, but I can't speak for everyone else. I can only speak for myself. And a refund was just not enough in that moment. I was inconvenienced. Oh, a lot of people were like, And this is the thing that really threw me off on Twitter, is that people were just like, oh, like, shorty, you got the refund, you should just walk away and be happy, or like, what else did you want, like, what else did you want? And I'm just like, something additional, a credit, a gift card, rewards points, an issue of an apology, them even just following up with the investigation and letting me know like he had been banned and I shouldn't expect him to deliver to my area again, or that he no longer works for the company, or whatever. Honestly, I don't even care if they fired him. He just didn't need to come to my house ever again. But just something. And they just really didn't do a good job. I even had to fight them to get the tip back because I always tip ahead of time. And actually, since that day, I have not done that ever again. I will only now tip once I have my food in my lap and I'm eating. So, and I try to use DoorDash more than Uber Eats, but the reason why they think they can get away with this is because they know this app is such a convenience and people will continue to use it. But if everyone is holding them accountable, right? If every time this happens, they know they have to issue an apology, they know they have to give an additional credit, they have to do this, they have to do that, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna be better about hiring their drivers. They're gonna make sure that this shit doesn't happen. They're gonna have harder consequences for drivers that do shit like that, right? Because now they are the ones being held accountable. They're the ones that are liable for these contractors that are stealing from their customers. That is how businesses need to be run to stay successful. Like, if I were to decide today to open up my own restaurant, or my own app that is a customer service oriented delivery app, and I have the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have if I have the capital to do it and the resources to do it, and it can succeed, like, I would wash them out so fast. And it's not because I'm just going to be like issuing a refund to everybody. I'm going to be better about how I hire people. I'm going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I may not know a lot about that industry, but I will do the research it takes. I will jump into it and I will get it done, because the reality is that they thrive on the fact that they know that they are pretty much a monopoly on the industry. I mean, there's Grubhub, there's DoorDash, there's a few others I know of, but they know that they have a monopoly on that industry, right? So they know they can get away with this. They know they can do that. And the reality is, we got to check them, okay? We got to check all of them. And I can't speak for everybody else, but I'm going to speak for myself. So when I say a refund was a little bit less than what I deserved, I believe that wholeheartedly. And me showing up for myself looks like me emailing them back and forth for a month, because that's exactly what I did, until I got more than a refund, okay? So the reality is that, and actually now to the point where whenever someone for Uber Eats delivers to me, they have to ask for a code before they can even leave my door. That's how much I did to make sure Uber Eats actually did what the hell they was supposed to do when it comes to me and my customer service. I cannot fight for everyone though. Everybody gotta fight for themselves. They gotta know their own worth. You gotta show up for your own self, okay? What I will say though, because now we're racking up at 40 minutes, and I have a few other things I do want to just like talk about, because I spent a lot of time on that. But honestly, like, people just trying to tell me what they think I should be worth is really wild, right? Like, someone trying to tell you like, oh no, you shouldn't get more than a refund. Like, I was going back on Twitter for a while, I'm not gonna lie, and then I had to shut off the notifications because it went viral. It went viral, but I had to shut off the notifications because people was really saying some wild things to me. Someone called me a Karen. I was like, wow, Karens are women that do not mind their business. Like, they be jumping in business that has nothing to do with them. And usually they are of a different color than me. Okay, my name is Melanin, okay? So let me just say something. Ain't no Karen up in here. Okay, I was minding my business, the business I paid for, okay? So if I require more than a refund, I require more than a refund. That's between me and the business, okay? That's between me and the business that I paid for. That's my business. Anyway, we're just gonna move on from that. Had the nerve to call me a Karen. Son of a mother. Anyway, it almost lowered my vibration, because I was really in there calling people names, and this is not good. I did not show up for myself the right way that day. I did though. I did show up for myself the right way once I shut down my notifications. They're still going off. The video is still going viral. This just happened this week. But all right, so let me just go down the list. I went through my introductory story. We unpacked the significance of showing up for ourselves, right? So we started off with the story of basically like, you know, me just talking to my friend and telling him like, you don't got to put up with that. And you don't. No one needs to put up with anything that they don't really like, that doesn't make them feel good, that they know they deserve better. And that's really the message at the end of the day. Show up for yourself by setting those boundaries, setting those standards, knowing what it is you want. Sometimes you just don't even know what you want until you learn that that ain't it or that is it. You know what I mean? Like, I've had to learn, this is definitely what I want. Oh, but this is definitely not what I want. You know what I mean? Like, it's all about just kind of learning, gauging what exactly it is that is going to really be it for you. Let's see here. Now, I said, let's see here. I'd be doing that at work. And let me tell y'all something. That is my little word. That's my phrase where I use it to fill the time. When because we're not supposed to have like a gap of like 10 seconds of silence or something like that. So I always just say, let me see here in between. So if y'all catch me doing that, I'm so sorry. That is literally my force of habit, my subconscious. Let's see here. I'm doing it again. Okay, so we went through everything pretty much. I just want to leave you guys with a writing prompt. And also I wanted to go through some of these date night conversation cards with you. I'm going to ask one just for myself. I'm going to kind of shuffle a few. This is actually a Black-owned company. It's called Tonight's Conversation, the card game. I love it. I've asked a few questions to let me see here. I've asked a couple questions to some people, and it's just been fun playing. I'll just play this on the phone. Let me see here. I'm doing it again. Okay. I'm just reading through some of these cards, so bear with me here. Do you feel it is okay to go through your significant other's phone with or without permission? Why? Or without permission? Okay. For me, I'm just going to be very honest. If you feel like you got to go through the phone, you got to go in general. Like, why are you there if you feel like you can't trust this person? Why are you there? Why are you there? That's my thing. And I've done it before. I did that in college. I was in a relationship, just to kind of give you a gauge. I'm 30, so I've been out of college a very long time now. But I have definitely done the whole go through somebody's phone thing. And I was doing it at the beginning of the whole phase of going through somebody's phone, okay? Because remember, like, phones haven't been around forever, but the concept of going through someone's phone, checking their social media, checking all that, that's a little bit more fresh. You know what I mean? Social media's only been around, but like, what, a good 15, 20 years, really tops. So just really keep that in mind, that these things are all really fresh. So the way how you kind of go about it is there hasn't been really any type of, any scripted, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing that, oh, this is the right way, this is the wrong way. We're all just kind of figuring it out as we go. But I would say that if you feel the need to go through somebody's phone, whether that is your significant other, and you're doing that without their permission, you just need to pick up your bed and walk. Like, you need to get out of there. Like, get out. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? You can be with somebody who you don't have to do that with. And you know why? Because you can create that reality for yourself by showing up for yourself, by being more conscious, by healing some of those things that, you know, maybe you had those subconscious beliefs before, and now, and we will have a series on showing up for yourself more, because I'm being a little bit vague here. But when I say healing some of those things that some of those beliefs that have been created, I'm trying to think of an example. Healing some of those beliefs that have been created would be like, just thinking like, or even, you know, maybe dealing with a lot of guys that don't respect you. Okay. I have definitely been there. And you kind of just have to heal what it is that keeps attracting people that don't respect you, by deciding, okay, you are what you attract. If I'm attracting people that don't respect me, do I respect me? Maybe I don't. I don't know. Let's set some boundaries and see how that goes. And then you start attracting people that respect you. Literally, you have the ability to shift your reality. So if there is someone you're dealing with that is literally just a pain in your side, or they're toxic, or they're whatever, you have to heal you to level up and attract what it is you need for you. But you also have to know what it is you need for you. And sometimes it means having some of these experiences and learning. I'm not saying like, you know what I'm saying, the girl that does that is dumb, or the guy that does that is dumb. I can't say that. I'm literally telling you I've been there before. But I also know that in being there before, once you're in a place like that, the relationship is already over. So that's why I'm saying pick up your bed and walk. Get out of there. Literally, that is a really funny question. So I'm glad that was that. I do have one more question here. How would you describe your spending habits? Woo! My spending habits would be like a rabbit and a goose hook up with an orange, and like the point I'm trying to make is my spending habits are random, okay? I need to be a little bit more disciplined in my spending habits, and I know that for a fact. So that might be something you need to think about for yourself. Like, what are your spending habits like? You know, do you stick to your budget when you set it? You know, do you always go over, and why? So maybe you need to adjust your budget. And maybe adjusting your budget also means you need to make more, which also means now you need to negotiate. I need this much more, or I just need a job that pays more. I think at the end of the day, a lot of us settle for jobs that do not pay us what we're worth, because we think we won't find better out there. But I'm learning, you literally create the reality, right? So now if this is how much your budget normally takes for you to, like, you normally have to spend this much to survive every day, or, you know, but you're always going over, then you got to make more. That's all that is. Like, you got to make more and create that reality for yourself. So I'll leave with those questions. The journal prompt for the day, and we're coming towards the end. I want you to write out 3 ways that you have showed up for yourself today, the day that you're hearing this, and write out 3 ways you intend to show up for yourself tomorrow. I want to keep it simple this time. We're going to get more in depth with the journal writing prompts, but I would love to hear from some of you your answers for the journal writing prompts, whether it's on YouTube, it's on Instagram, it's on TikTok. I have created pages for all of them. You'll find it at Nobody's Guru Podcast, okay? It's a very simple name. You'll find it. There's no dots, there's no asterisks, there's no dashes, there's no underscores, just Nobody's Guru Podcast. If you know how to spell nobody with an S, guru, and podcast, you're good. You can find me. If you don't know how to spell it, maybe you shouldn't be here. And I'm just going to be very honest. It's like, no, I'm just playing. You know what I'm saying? I'm nobody's guru, so I can't tell you that because you don't know how to spell, you shouldn't be here. Maybe you should, okay? But I'm just going to also leave you guys with some worthiness affirmations, okay? Because I've written these down in my journal, okay? So my worthiness affirmations are: I am respected. I am sought after. I am valued. I'm cherished. I am protected. I am worthy. I am honored. I love myself. And I take my power back from anything that is making me unhappy. Okay? And even in your affirmations, I went more in depth to say, like, what does this affirmation look like practically, right? And then I put down, I respect myself and others when I say I'm respected. When I say I'm sought after, I said, I seek myself. I spend time with myself. I prioritize myself and my needs. When I say I am cherished, I say I see who I am, not just my skills and abilities and gifts, but the love at the core of my heart, and remain present in deep connectedness with others and myself. So these are just some of the things that I do in my own journal prompting. Once again, I'm nobody's guru. I'm just here to share with you guys pretty much whatever I can, okay? I'm just so filled with love for myself and for others, and it's unconditional. I'm growing in that daily, and I just want to share that with you guys. So that was kind of the reason for this. This is my first one for today. I was going to get all dolled up and do the wig and the makeup. And I decided, because we're doing show up for myself, we're going to show up as ourselves for ourselves today. Okay. So we got the fresh, clean face. Okay. Courtesy of Lioness Era. I'm just doing applause for Lioness Era, because let me tell you how that the products from that line, that skincare line, have gotten my face together. Okay. The acne I suffered from before really made me feel really low. And I am just in a different space with how I see myself. And honestly, it took a lot of just speaking affirmations to who you know what I'm saying? Like, when you have a breakout, you can't look in the mirror and say, oh, my skin's breaking out. First of all, what you say in the mirror is way too powerful to even just be saying things like that. Even if you're seeing a breakout, you have to say, wow, my skin's healing. You have to trick your body into literally listening to you. And it works. It really does. You know, if you've never really studied the placebo effect, you know, get into it. Look at some YouTube videos. I mean, I watched a documentary that talked about a surgeon that performed, you know what I'm saying? They did an experiment where, and I think this is on Amazon Prime, I can't remember the name of it, but they did an experiment where they did surgery on the guy, or, you know, they did surgery on maybe like, it was like 6 people that needed, or 12 people that needed, they needed this surgery on their knee, and they told 6 of them they did it, and they actually did it on the other 6. The 6 that they told they did it, but actually just did something very like basic, they actually healed better than the ones that they actually did do the surgery on. And it's because they just simply believed it. Sometimes literally your belief is all it takes. And you're gonna hear me talk about that a lot. But honestly, once again, what you say to yourself in the mirror matters so much. I spoke so much life into myself, into the mirror, and I do that every day, every single day, because you're literally seeing yourself, and as you're seeing yourself, you're speaking to yourself. It's really deeper than you think it is. And so you cannot say things like, oh, I look fat, or, you know what I'm saying, if that's not what you want, you know what I'm saying, like, because I can't speak to, you know what I'm saying, your body type or what you love about yourself. Like, maybe you do like looking fat, like, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? I love when I'm looking a little thick, you know, below. So I can't speak on that. But whatever it is that you desire, you don't want to speak that into the mirror. You know what I'm saying? If you don't desire that, you only want to speak what it is that you desire into the mirror. So if you're not there yet, you keep speaking it. If you want to see a millionaire when you look in the mirror, you got to say, dang, look at this fine ass millionaire in this mirror like that. Like, ah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to really step into that. You got to really, really show up for yourself. I don't have anything else for you guys today. I can talk forever, but I will have some hosts. I will have some, like, you know, guests on a few other episodes. You know, I definitely want to incorporate some therapists on here that may have something, you know, to offer to share, some, maybe a family counselor, some older couples that have been together for a while, whether that's a Black couple, interracial couple, whatever. I just want to, like, kind of get into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk about everything. I'm nobody's guru on anything, but I do read a lot, as I've said. I literally read so much. I watch a lot of documentaries. Like, I know you're wondering, like, how could she be so cool and be so, like, smart? Balance. It's like, no. But no, honestly, like, the reality is that if there's anything that I am curious about, I'm going to spend the time really getting into it, really diving into it. I want to know it. I want to know it, like, so much. I don't want to have any more questions about it. I want, like, at the end to be like, I get everything. And I think that's how I've, like, kind of stumbled into my own spiritual journey, because when it comes to God, I just want to know everything. Like, I can't dismiss any idea yet until I have seen it through. So I am really just, like, on my own spiritual journey. So don't let me deter you from your spiritual journey that you're on, or whatever it is that you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm just sharing my experiences. I'm nobody's guru. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's your girl Melanin. I'm also an artist. So you can check out my artist page, Melanin Official, on Instagram. That's Melanin with a 0 at the end, to start the word official. Somebody, I don't even know why they have this name, Melanin Official, with the actual O. They're not melanated at all. But anyway, on Instagram, on TikTok, you will find me, and I think it actually is Melanin Official on YouTube, or Music by Mel. It's Music by Melanin on YouTube. I'll drop some links on YouTube. I'll drop some links here. Wherever you find this, whether you find this on Google, on iTunes, on Spotify, or SoundCloud, wherever you find this podcast, thank you so much for tuning in, for just listening. And I really hope that you show up for yourself out there, in the world, and just every day, in your own room, in your own mind, in your own heart. That's really all I can hope for everybody. And I'm just sharing my experiences with you, hoping that it can change or challenge or grow or inspire you in some way. Okay. And much love here. And yeah, y'all just have a good rest of your day. Make sure to do that journal writing prompt. I don't want to hear no. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, guys. Skunt. I take the fall every time. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay.